I'm here on the banks of the Snake River at American Falls, Idaho, where somewhere beneath the surface here lie the remains of two men who were hung from the bridge behind me back in 1882. Now, back in 1882, American Falls was little more than a tent town. It was on the west bank of the river here on the side I'm standing on, and today it's on the west bank. On October 8th, 1882, a Chinese railroad worker was found murdered in his tent. The townspeople didn't have any hard clues on which to go on, but they did suspect two men named Tex and Johnson. Tex and Johnson were known as bad characters, rabble-rousers, and all-around troublemakers. Not having any hard proof, the townspeople simply banished Tex and Johnson from the town. But Tex and Johnson were not going quietly. They threatened to return to the town, which they did a short time after their banishment. They were caught by a night watchman, and a short gun battle ensued, in which one of the men was wounded. Tex and Johnson were marched along the bridge here to their final doom. Once they reached the spot of hanging, nooses were placed around their neck, and they were ordered to jump. At this point, Johnson apparently lost his nerve and asked for mercy. Tex was apparently disgusted with his partner in crime, and said he would meet Johnson in hell in 10 minutes. Those were his final words, and he jumped to his death. Johnson resisted, and in a struggle, nearly took one of the townspeople over the bridge with him. It was somewhere near this spot where the bodies of the two outlaws were buried. Somebody placed simple headboards at their graves, and they were forgotten to time, until their bodies were rediscovered decades later during some construction work. It's said that at that point, somebody removed the boots from the two outlaws and placed them in a local saloon as kind of a marketing gimmick. The bones were reburied, and again, Tex and Johnson were forgotten about. It's been nearly 150 years since Tex and Johnson jumped into eternity off the edge of this bridge. Though the exact location of their graves remains unknown, perhaps some future construction project will yield some new clues. Nevertheless, the story of Tex and Johnson will live on in American Western history.